Do you love puzzle strategy games? Do you love frogs? Let's combine the two. I love combining. Oh. On today's episode of Mumbles, we are reviewing Frogs vs. Storks. Coming up next on Mumbles. Don't you dare, don't you dare! Hi everyone, Mumbles here. Today we are hopping along. Maybe we're singing a song, maybe we're not. Maybe we just don't have a singing voice. That's to be determined. But what is to be determined, or what is to happen today, is we are reviewing Frogs vs. Storks. Let's get into that review. In Frogs vs. Storks, you play it with little frogs that make a good and peaceful living in their beautiful pond. But with the arrival of storks, the pond becomes a dangerous place to live. Storks are everywhere, now just waiting for their chance to eat the frog. Outsmart evil storks and once again make the pond a peaceful place to live in Frogs vs. Storks. 5 stages of increasing difficulty, 5 different achievements, 40 unique levels, and hours of fun and challenge. Create your own levels with Level Generator and enjoy the ultimate fun. At the time of this review, this game is available for iPhone, Android, PC, and Nintendo Switch for a price of $9.99. So that's the basic information. Now we will move on to the gameplay section. But before we do that, I do have to ask, can you please subscribe to MumblesVideos, and thank you guys all so much for the support. You're amazing. On to the gameplay section. We come to the gameplay, and this is a very simplistic game. In this game, basically the idea is to move your little frog along to the yellow lily pad. So you're supposed to get your frog to the end. Now, each time you move your frog, the stork will have an opposite movement. So if you move your frog left, the stork will move right. Why is this a problem? Because your frog can only stay within the screen. The stork can move throughout the screen. So it can go out one level and come out the other. So that creates kind of a challenge for you. There is also the fact that different lily pads have different effects. For example, if a lily pad has cracks in it, when you step on it, you go down and you go back to the start. So you have to kind of plan out what you're doing with this game. Now, littered throughout these lily pads are also things that you can eat to give you more of a score. So things such as flies and mosquitoes and even stork eggs are things that you can collect when you go to get to the end to get a higher score. But that's not all. In some levels, you will also have to control more than one frog. So you will have to plan out your movements against these storks with multiple frogs. So you will have to be very careful in how you do things. If one frog dies, the level is over. You have to restart. That's the game. That's the entire game. We come now to the con section, and the only con for this game is that it is extremely simplistic. It is exactly what I just described and exactly what you're seeing in the gameplay footage right now. That's the game. That's the entire game. That is the whole game and nothing but the game. So help me. On to the score section. I wasn't expecting much from this game. When I saw the pictures of this game, I knew that, hey, it's a nice little, neat little strategy game. It's probably not going to be much. And it really wasn't much. It is exactly what it is. A game where you literally just move your D-pad and move your little guy along and try to avoid the other guy. It's not a hard game. It's not a hard game to understand. It's not a hard game to play. It's a fun little interesting game. It's not, leaps and bounds better than other games. On today's episode of Mumbles, I am giving this game a 5 out of 10. It felt more like a app store game, one that you download for your phone to waste time than anything else. Didn't really, in my opinion, fit on the Nintendo Switch, but it's a fun little game. So I will recommend it at that. 5 out of 10 for me on today's episode of Mumbles. I hope you guys all enjoyed this. Please smack the subscribe button, smack the like button, and smack all those buttons. And I'll see you guys all in the next video. Bye-bye, everyone. Take care.